Hi Taurus, welcome back to Wandering Magic. These are going to be your November 2025 messages, and it's going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So first, let's start off with some astrological notes here. We have Neptune retrograde in Pisces, and that's going to be from the time you're listening to this, it already started through December 10th. And we also have Mercury retrograde, which is from November 9th to November 29th. But remember, 2 weeks before and after those dates, so you should be already feeling some of those effects of Mercury retrograde. The other thing I want to make note of is this is the time that you're going to be reassessing your social circles, and also you're going to be redefining what success means to you. Those are just little highlights from Neptune in retrograde. Also, dissolving illusions, confronting the truth about certain situations, but also gaining clarity on situations and things the way they are playing out in life. Okay? We're going to start off with our Kipper message. And we have Thief, Expectation, and Main Female. So just looking at these here, something or someone has been taken away from you, exited stage left. This is you thinking about this situation. What was taken from you, or what is no longer here, and you contemplating that. And then Main Female, if this isn't you, then this is someone closely connected with you, meaning if you don't identify as female, then this isn't you. But if it is, this is also, there's something about you that is disconnected. Something about you that is like, you're in the room, but you're not here. And it's like, I want to say, something got you effed up. Something really has you in a state of, I want to say, bewilderment. It feels like so much has happened, and now you just kind of are in this state of reverie. And there's this like distance in your eyes. There's this distance about your aura. And this could also be, speaking of distance, you putting distance between something, giving something space to breathe. And it's either been brewing the last 3 months, or 3 months is going to bring this change. Like, it's going to, whatever's happening now will affect you within the next 3 months, or like I said, vice versa. It's been a build-up for the last 3 months, and it could be both, but I'm getting more of a build-up thing, energy here. Okay. For your oracle message, this came out in reverse, but I'll show you upright. So this says intuition and manifestations. And so again, with this being in reverse, this is about, it feels a little bit like it's difficult for you to discern something right now. It's difficult for you to really see things right now. And I think this is all about Neptune and being in Pisces with those illusions. And it's almost as if with this being in reverse, you just can't see. It's like you're trying to get information on something, or you're trying to get clarity, but you for some reason you just can't. It feels like discernment. It feels like you just need to trust your intuition, but you're finding it difficult to do that. So remember, dissolve the illusions, confront the truth. What is actually happening here? And once you sit with that, like once you really discern what it is that's happening here, that's when your answers come in. But right now is not the time to make decisions. And we're gonna get to that in with the tarot. So Hangman in reverse, the Six of Wands, and the Judgment card in reverse. So what I say with this is a decision was made, but you're debating whether it was the right decision to make. There's a bit of a hesitation here. With the Hangman in reverse, you're being asked to see things from a different perspective, because it seems like you were only seeing it, or are only seeing it like one way, like this. You're seeing it like this. It's almost like a stubborn kind of energy, where it feels a little bit one-sided, almost like unfair, because it's like you see this one perspective, but it's like, but there's a message on the other side, so like flip it, but you like, I don't want to. And so November with the Hangman in reverse is asking you to maybe see things from a different perspective, see it from a different light. Maybe you will interpret it differently, because again, your discernment here is, it's difficult for you to discern what's happening. There's like a fog. I'm getting like smoke and mirrors, but this all goes back to those illusions that Neptune retrograde in Pisces has created. It's created these illusions. I was going to say optical illusions, which those can be confusing in general, right? Because there's always two images there, and I don't know if there's ever been like more than two, but there's always been at least two with those optical illusions. And it's like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, like there's this one optical illusion, look it up, like old lady, young lady, and then it's like, some people say, I only see an old lady and she kind of looks like a witch, and then someone says, oh, I only see a young lady and she looks beautiful and rich. And it's like, well, nobody's wrong here, but you're being asked to see and dissolve the illusion of the one-sidedness of whatever this is. And that's how you're going to get your clarity, because right now things feel very confusing. And I also feel like I was a little like, when the Six of Wands came out, I'm like, what is that trying to say? And what I'm getting with this one is, again, it's the one-sided thing. And I never saw this card this way, but I see it now. Like, it's like, no, I'm right. It's like this need to be right. And it's, and with that, it's like, when I always say, like, if you feel like you always need to be right, you need to put your pride to the side and maybe try to understand another perspective. Understand why someone is saying something, doing something, saying something, and you're not really allowing that, because you're like, it's, again, it feels very stubborn. It's like, no, I'm right, you're wrong, this is how it is. And the other side of it is like, that's not it at all. And so there's like a polarity here. And so in general, this is not seeing eye to eye on something, but sometimes not seeing eye to eye, it's fine, because what that means is, again, we talked about like having that distance, and that will bring you the clarity. So stepping away and stepping aside and maybe trying not to think about whatever this is, to just like let things like mellow, or like let it like play out however it's going to play out. And if you don't want to change perspective, that's totally fine. But with that being said, with the Judgment in reverse, it's going to be difficult to move forward, because you're not allowing it to actually come to an end. If you made a decision, sit on the decision, live in the decision, and let it play out. And that's really all you can do. And that's all you can do. At the bottom of the deck here, we have the Star card and the Four of Wands. So for some of this, for some of you, this is either like involving someone close to you. So either like family or a lover, or maybe just like the home in general, like something happening in the home. And then I feel like with the Star card kind of like facing away from that, it's like not, again, it's just for me clarifying and solidifying that it's not the outcome that you wanted. You just didn't get what you wanted out of this situation fully. But I'm also getting, it's not playing out, like it just has to play out. It just has to play out in general, because the decision was made, but the decision doesn't feel final. I will say that. Okay, for your angel message here, you have yes. So if you were thinking something and you needed an answer, the answer is yes. And then wisdom for your fairy message, and wisdom says touch the trees and know their secrets. So they must know you're a Taurus because they want you to go out in nature, meditate, go for walks, hug a tree, whatever that means to you. Just connect with nature. I'm also getting cleansing. I saw a sage wand, so you know, cleansing, Palo Santo as well. That's also from a tree. So I am getting bits of that. Watch your sun, moon, and rising for any additional messages, and I'll see you next time.